Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel, and today I'm going to be reviewing Amphibia Season 3 episode... Episode 12A, and it's called Sasha's Angels. And later today I'm going to be doing the second half of episode 12 called Ulm Town Road. Yep. And I have a clip for Sasha's Angels, but I don't have a clip for Ulm Town Road because I'm doing this video a little bit earlier. It's like 11:50 p.m. right now. It's not a.m. It's not midnight yet. So I'm still in today. Hopefully I'll be able to get episode 13 out also, which is Mother of Ulms and Grimes' pupil? Yeah, and I have a clip for Mother of Ulms, but not Grimes' pupil. I might have to double check on Grimes' pupil, but I'm pretty sure I don't have a clip for that. But before I, start saying stuff, let's get on with Sasha's Angels so I can get on to Mother of Ulm. My Mother of Ulms. I mean, not Mother of Ulms, Ulm Town Road. Okay. And was there anything else I wanted to say? No? Okay. Excuse me. Okay, before we get to Toadie, Maddie, Wally, Sadie Croaker, and Bufflago locked in a cell, we get to what was it? Sasha and Anna being co-commanders, which is awesome, saying, okay, everyone, we had to, what was it? Well, we had to, get more supplies, and we need to get from marauders, and the planters don't really know what marauders are, and say, oh, they're basically, thieves, and they don't work for us, the Resistance, and they don't work for Andrus. They're basically chaos imbued. Just love chaos and cause mischief. I was like, okay, and what I'm thinking is, of characters, if we didn't see it at first, I was thinking Bog. I was thinking, who else didn't we see? We haven't seen Bog yet. We haven't seen Woodmeyer and Fens. We haven't seen Barry the Candyman, but that would be ridiculous, but funny. We haven't seen Priscilla the Killer. We haven't seen her daughter Pearl. We haven't seen Apothecary Gary with taking over Jeremy if he's gonna come back. We saw the collar, so he could be doing this. So there's a lot of options. So, and we gotta stop them. And, Sadie, we gotta get your, Mr. Croaker, we have to get your team. And so, okay, Lago, Wally, Maddie, and, Toadie, we gotta, put our game faces on. And Toadie's like, oh, remember, I'm the lookout. And then Mrs. Croaker's like, oh, Toadie, I know you're the lookout, and that's fine, but don't you want to step out of your comfort zone? And he's like, my comfort zone is so comfortable, though. And she's like, I know, but I think you're so much more than that. I love Mrs. Croaker. I love it. And say, don't you see our team right here? And not just my team. It's all of our team. Where Sasha put me in charge to make sure all of you are battle ready, because all of us had to change the times. I had to go back to my spy ways, and Lago had to work out. We see Maddie has Wolverine claws, not as sharp and big as General Yunnan, but she has like tiny ones. So she had to do that and wear like a sash. And you see Wally's like carving a duck, but what's different about Wally? He became kind of more edgy, because he turned around the model duck is like all edgy and stuff like that with battle scars. So that's pretty funny. And he's like, oh, I don't know, Mrs. Croaker, I don't know. And, because actually, I forgot, Mr. Croaker said, oh, you're going to team up with Wally. Oh, I'd love to join with Wally, which I think is a good callback to, everyone now knows that Wally's rich. And because now his father came to town, so now everyone knows. Because he would just call him Wally. Now he's calling him Walliam, which is pretty funny. So everyone knows he's rich. Okay. And Mr. Croaker's like, I know you're so much more than just a lookout, Tony. And he's kind of thinking, maybe Mrs. Croaker's right. he turned around his boat eye to like a little bit to the, I forgot it was the left or right. And he's like, nope, had to cover some because he's just not used to it. He, back in Battle of the Bands, he even said to Sasha himself, I stopped having opinions years ago. And I'm like, wow, that's kind of sad when you think of it. But that's just who he is. And, you know, I wonder if he actually served under someone else before Mayor Toadstool, before Froderick. So that would actually be kind of interesting. But we don't know if he did or not. That wasn't a canon or anything. I'm just kind of thinking. And I'm kind of thinking, what do you do like before then? Who knows? Oh yeah, so they go to Marauder territory and Sasha going, you know, with them. And okay, we gotta go in there. There's just signs everywhere that says weapons in here, and that looks suspicious. And Lago's like, who cares? They go in. There's like a new person. We gotcha. Lago, come on. Even I knew that was a bad idea. That's not a good idea. But they all get captured. It's like Sasha's like, okay, deploy. I forgot. I was like, plan something. They all get out there. Maddie like throws one of her like escape bombs, potions, and poof, like I think it was like a curse or something. Poof, she gets out of there, and then Anne and Sasha both get out of the city, the Marauder territory. Everyone gets surrounded because there's a whole bunch of them, and it's like, oh no! And then Anne's like, oh, there's like a B plot with Anne and Sasha, which I think is pretty good because, you know, Anne's like, we gotta go save them, and Sasha's like, no, we don't, and Anne's like, huh? And Anne's just chill, not Anne. Sasha's just chillaxing by a tree. She's like, if we go down there, we could get captured too. The Resistance can't lose both of its commanders. It's just too risky. And a little spoilers. I don't want to say too much. Maybe I shouldn't. No, you know, I'm not gonna say anything because I was gonna say later down the line, this sort of. I don't want to say it. Man, that all seems kind of weird to leave a mid-sentence. Just saying that... No, I can't. I was about to say, all the loose ends that you think are probably... Maybe it's not going to get resolved because of how much time we spend on Earth. It's going to get resolved. Because of like a situation I'm kind of thinking about. But I'm thinking of other situation where I'm like, it wasn't really resolved. And that kind of annoys me. But I don't want to get into that. I don't want to get into that until like I have to, so forget about that. But basically, it's such like the Resistance can't lose both its commanders. And Sadie Kroger's team, they're tough. Like I put her in charge for a reason. Let's wait it out. And Anne's like, okay, let's see what they got. Like, I hope you know what you're doing. And then this is where we get to right here. And then we get this guy, and immediately, when I see the bow tie, it's Barry. He's like, what do we have? What do we have here? And look at this. She's like, Barry the Candy Man? I'm assuming Maddie, Anne, and Sprig didn't tell him the whole incident about, yeah, he totally tried to curse us. Yeah, we did, you know, spoilers back in season 1. They accidentally bumped into him, dropped all of his rare blue moon berries. They grow like every once a blue moon, I think. And they're very priceless. So like, oh, that's kind of, it was an accident. And they apologized before, but he's still going to get them. And because since Sadie was kind of surprised, like, Barry the Candyman, you run the Marauders? And he said, I apparently have a sweet tooth for anarchy, which is pretty funny. So apparently they didn't know. Oh wow, and Maddie and I'm forgetting, Sprig, they kind of let Barry off the hook. I mean, obviously everyone knows that he's kind of like a bad guy now. And Wally's like, what are you gonna do with this, sicko? And he's like, oh, I'm gonna send you little sugar plums to Andrus's army. He's like, what? And he's like, yeah, King Andrus pays extra for resistant frogs of the resistance. And everyone's like, oh my goodness, like, you can't do that. Are you insane? He's like, Look around, Toots. The whole world is insane. And isn't that right, Brian? And ooh, oh my. When I first saw this guy, I'm like, what the heck? He's more buff than Loggle. And his voice, oh my goodness, his voice. It's ridiculous. Just give me a few minutes to think. A minute to think. Should I play this clip? Maybe. Hold on. Just give me a minute. Yeah, sure. Yeah, why not? It won't be too long. Easy. Oh, isn't it right, Brian? And oh my goodness, look at this.
I used to be a tax accountant. Now I drink the blood of my enemies and eat dessert for breakfast.
See? Turns out the end of the world is sweet.
And he's like, yeah, I used to be a tax accountant. Oh my god, with that voice, I totally believe it. He's like, now I drink the blood of my enemies and eat dessert for breakfast. And Barry's like, yeah, like you see, turns out the end of the world is sweet. And Barry's just walking away, like, you know, just minding his own business. And like, you know, and Toadie's like, I guess it's just end of us, you know. Does anyone want a post-it note to do their will? When I first watched this, I was like nonstop, like I was just laughing because it was really funny. Now I'm going to analytical me. Loggle, you're kind of being too much with running into the Marauder's tent, even though you basically know it's a trap. Loggle just didn't care. Now just this. At first I was laughing, and now I'm kind of thinking, oh, you're kind of being too much. So I don't know. I'm personally glad I enjoyed it the first watch, but second and third, I'm like, eh. He's like, I'm too beautiful to die. Say just slaps him. Get together. Now come on. Like, you know, we just have to work together, okay? Loggle, Wally, you need to get us an escape route. Maddie, you need to get the key and get us out of here. Toadie and I, we're gonna get the guards. Okay, everyone got it? Yep, we got it. And then Toadie's like, oh, Mrs. C? She's like, okay, fine, Toadie, you can be the lookout. Come on, let's do this. And I love this. And he's like, young man, I know an old lady. Can you tell me where I am? Oh, back off, lady. No, leaning against the bars. Okay. Oh, if I've been... He got this post-it note and pencil out of nowhere. I don't like that. Where'd you get it from? Whatever. He's like, if I've been helpful, fill out this comic card. She just knocks him out. And Maddie just grabs his key. They all like sneak out of there. And then Barry, the former tax accountant, is like growling towards him. And then he's like, oh my goodness, guys, look out, oh, incoming. He's like, come on, Toadie, you can do this. I love this right here.
Excuse me, sir, but I am going to ask you kindly to please stop what you are doing.
Hey, that wasn't so hard.
Oh, oops. I just don't want to play too much. He's like, sir, I need to ask you kindly to stop what you're doing. He's like, hey, that worked out better than I thought. He just grabs him. Oh, jeez. He's like, shut up, tadpole. He just throws him like a bowling ball. And then, hey, Sadie Crocker. Oh, no. And then they're like, that's not good. Wally's like, that's not good. And then they all tackle them. And yeah, you're just gonna see this. We get back to Anne and Sasha. Oh, actually, I forgot. Anne asks Sasha, what are we gonna do in the meantime while we wait for Sadie and her team to busts out, and she's like, "We'll train." We get to back to Sasha and Anne dueling, and then she's like, "Oh, it's kind of been a while. We need to go get them." And Sasha's like, "It hasn't even been 30 minutes. Like, relax." I am. And she's like, "Yeah, easy for you to say." She actually throws a sword, almost kills Sasha again, and you're on a killing streak. And then Sasha's like, "Whoa, Anne, like, what did you mean back there?" And she's like, "Nothing. On your left. You really need to have that talk. Not just a small talk, like Battle of the Bands and the dinner and the Third Temple. Those were small conversations. You need to have a big one. But I don't know if they're going to do that. I really want it to happen." But we get back to, they're trying to, how, like, when someone's knocked out, you have, like, a newspaper and you're waving them, "Come back to us." And Toadie's like, "Toadie, this is what you get for stepping out of your comfort zone." And then we have Brian just, for no reason, I can't understand him, like, he's a bad guy, so I'm not gonna knock a point off. He's a bad guy. But he's bullying poor Toadie for no reason. Yeah, he was escaping. Okay, I understand him grabbing him, squishing him, stuff like that. But he's back in the cage, and he's like, "Oh, hey, Tadpole. Oh, your leaves knocked down. It's all your fault. Ha, ha, ha." He's like ruffling up his hair. He grabbed his bow tie. He wore it on his, like, beard. He has, like, a little beard. He, like, wore on his beard. And grabbed his the post-it notes, the pencils. Crushed them. Oh, my goodness. This is what you get Tadpole for being, like, a weakling, and he just walks away. Ugh. And then Wally Maggie's like, what are we gonna do? And actually, it's kind of funny. Maggie's like, "I think I can curse them all of them. Like, I forgot it was like a poison or something to make them dead. But it's gonna take like 24 hours. I'm like, "Oh, I don't know if we're gonna have time for that." And she's like, "I need like special ingredients, but it's like incredibly hard to find." And then I love this. Lago's like, "Let's do some push-ups to get the brain juices flowing." I love that, because that works actually. Now, I don't think it works 100% of the time, but it does work sometimes. And then Wally's like, "I have the perfect solution. Bring me to the boom shrooms." Then Maddie's like, "Then what?" He's like, that's it. Bring me to the boom shrooms." What were we talking about? Wally, you know what we're talking about. Whatever. And then this is where, everyone's like arguing of what they should do, because, yeah, their leader's down. Toadie is looking at his pencils all crushed with him being a weakling. There's one post-it note that says, from Mrs. Croker. I think he wrote it to himself, or maybe she did. I don't really know. They never really confirm it. She's like, and it says, "I believe you could do so much more, Toadie." He's like, "That is it. I wish I could play this clip, but well, you have what you have." He messes up his hair, makes a mohawk. He rips up his clothes, like the sleeves. He's like, Croker was what? Sorry. Croker was right. It's time for me to get uncomfortable. He gets the same guard that Mrs. Croker banged, the one that gave the comic card. Totally went to him, and he's like, "Oh, not again." But knocked him out. Oh, jeez. Isn't Toadie kind of too small to do that? He doesn't really have the muscle mass. I might let that go, but who knows. And he's like, he slaps everyone. No, not slap everyone. He slaps Lago. "Lago, you need to make those good muscles to use. Start digging, okay? Wally, you're gonna use some boom shrooms to make us an escape route. And Maddie, you're gonna use some curses and some potions to help us find our weapons or stolen stuff." And then he slaps Lago again. He slaps him like a third time. He's like, "Enough with the slapping! Oh my goodness!" And they're all doing their part, and they have Mrs. Croker wrapped like a burrito on top of Lago's back to carry her around like a baby because she's knocked out. And everyone's like, digging and stuff like that, and they're digging. Maddie sees a spider. She whispers like a spell to it. Her eyes go with the spider's eyes, so now she has two sets of eyes. She goes up, and you see the spider do this, and you see Maddie do this, and I was like, "Oh, they're one and the same." Because she finds the weapons. Maddie's like, "Oh, we need to go this way." Lago keeps on digging, and then Wally looks at the boom shrooms, and Toadie's like, "Yep." And he's like, and they get everything. We get back to Anne and Sasha, and it's kind of getting more ruthless. Oh my. And then Sasha's like, Anne, like, come on, I believe in the team. And she's like, "I know. we can't risk losing both of us because we're the commanders. But they might be soldiers to you. They're everything to me. And Sasha's like, Anne is not like that. Like I was like with Sasha, like Anne, you've been gone for a while. And we hear, poof, and it's like, what the heck was that? And Sasha's like, that's our cue. They go everything. They go to everywhere, and all havoc is breaking loose. You see Maddie's turning everyone to bells and clocks and stuff like that. You know, Wally's, poof, and Toadie's knocking people out. And then Anne's like, Toadie? What the heck? It's like, yeah, isn't it great? Yeah, sure. Okay, let's go. They grab their weapons and stuff and more supplies. They go out of there. I love this call back to Cursed. Maddie has one curse left, or maybe she had a couple left, and then Barry's like, no, and then like he's like, no, and then Maddie throws a curse at Barry, like, hey, and then poof, he returns back to the chicken bird thing back in Cursed. That's pretty funny. They'll escape. They and then Sasha's like, hey, Toadie, I'm proud of you. And he's like, thanks, Commander. And then I love this with Mrs. Croker. He's like, Toadie, I always had it in you. You did so great. And then everyone's just so disbelief. I'm so in disbelief. I didn't think that actually happened. Like, no, he didn't say that. I can't believe that actually happened. And then, you know, yeah, I just need to get a little bit out of my comfort zone. I can do great things. And it is a good lesson. And then we have Anne's like, Sasha, I'm sorry what I said back there. And she's like, hey, Anne, I get it. But you have to understand. You've been away for a while. Croker, Lago, Wally, Yamati, we all been through we've been through a lot. And you see like Wally and Mr. Croker punching each other's shoulders, which is pretty funny. They're like jabbing at each other. And he's like, you know, and it's something that you taught me, that you can't do everything by yourself. And you have to put faith in the people around you. Like, you taught me that. And then Anne's like, thanks, Sasha. Because Sasha's like, I really care about them, Anne. You know, I want you to know that. They all go off. We get back to the Marauders camp where they sold their supplies, basically. It's a war. And Barry's like, oh, we have nothing to eat. But since he's a chicken, everyone gets the silverware. He's like, holy bagok. And then that's the end of the episode. Okay, so spoilers, we don't really see him in the final battle. So yeah, they ate him. I'm so sure he like fought back and stuff, but yeah, he's gone. He's dead. At least I think. I'm not sure the creator confirmed it, but we don't see him again. So okay, what shall I rate the episode? 95. Um, 95, 90. Mm, 80. I agree this an 80%. I thought this was great. Great development for Toadie. Like, you know, we got to see him have character development, get him uncomfortable. We got to see like a B team of Mrs. Croaker being the leader. I love Mrs. Croaker saying that Toadie, you can do so much more. Because we all have to go with the changes, and like, you know, change is important. I love that. That's the theme of the show, is change. And we have Brian, he's hilarious. We have Barry, the Candyman, he came back. Maddie threw a curse at him, he turned back to the bird thing. We have Anka realizing that Sasha has changed, and you know, it's kind of more processing with it still, and hopefully Anne doesn't kill Sasha, because Anne is at a almost kill count with Sasha. Now she's at what, two now? Yeah, 2, right? Yeah, 1 in Utopia Bridge and this mini duel right here. So yeah, she's in a 2 almost kill count. And you gotta be careful. You're ruthless. But yeah, everyone, don't forget to subscribe to my channel, hit the notification bell, give me a big thumbs up, leave a comment down below. Don't forget to share the video, and I'll see you guys later today for the second half of episode 12 called Ulm Town Road. And I'll see you guys then. Okay? Bye.